Hi, and welcome to episode 30 of Crystal T Knits. It's a knitting and crochet podcast. My name is Tara. I'm coming to you from White Plains, New York. If you're a new viewer, thank you for checking us out. If you're over here, thank you so much for coming back. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can find when new episodes are releasing. And you can follow me on Instagram and Ravelry at Crystal T Knits. So it's been a while since I've been here. I'm hoping to get 3 episodes out to you. Hopefully they'll be able to film today. Basically, this is going to be a normal podcast. The next episode is going to be all my FOs for the last year. And then the following one is going to be all my shawls for the next year. So you guys get to see my finished projects of the projects I was working on when I stopped podcasting about a year ago. So then you can see everything, what happened to it, and all the patterns I've been releasing. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you come back for the next episodes. So first thing I'm going to show you is KnitPicks has been very nice to me. They have sent me a whole bunch of yarn. There's an unboxing video in this in the previous, not the episode, but I guess I did a vlog of it. So I uploaded it onto YouTube. There's also one on Instagram, so you can see it. And it is for my next pattern, my first crochet pattern I'm very excited about. It is housed in my float tote by Knitty Natty. I call it my Valentine's Day float tote because it is rose pink and garden party, I think it's called, from Sugar and Scrub. No, Sugar and Cream. And it is it called that? Yes, Garden Party. I love this colorway, so I had to make a Valentine's Day float tote, and I love making these totes. They're so much fun. So what is inside is a whole bunch of placemats I am designing. I love hexagons. So I had to make a placemat that was that shape, and it is in KnitPicks Dishy, in Sailboat, and what's this one? Dewdrop, I think it's called. Yes, Dewdrop. So that's Dishy. What I like about this yarn, it's softer than most cotton yarns, and also you get a lot of yardage in here. It is 190 yards, which is way more than Premier Home and Sugar and Cream. And it's a little bit thinner, and I think it comes out nicer detailed too. I definitely enjoy working with it. I can't wait to try making a bag with it. That I'm really excited about trying. But right now I've got the placemats called the Hexagon placemat, and it's going to have 3 patterns in it. It's going to have a coaster, a trivet, and the placemat. When I originally started designing it, the pattern came for the coaster. It came out perfect. But when I held the yarn double, because this is single ply, when I did it double, it was curving, it looked very round, and it wasn't lying flat. So I'm going to try making the coaster in this pattern so that everything's the same, and see if it works as well as it does when it's held double. We will find out. But this is other yarns from Dishy that I have. And this is in mint with the Sailboat. I think Swan. I don't remember what color. Oh, Flower Girl, I think that one is. Then this is Cup and Saucer and Lilac Mist. Is it Lilac Mist? Yeah, Lilac Mist. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, I'm making 2 different sets of placemats for myself. So it's going to be Sailboat and Dewdrop. And then 2 are going to be Sailboat and Mint. Then I'm going to have Cup and Saucer with Blush, and then Cup and Saucer with the Lilac Mist. Right? I can't remember this name. I don't know why. Yeah, Lilac Mist. And then I'm also going to make for my cousin Cup and Saucer, and then I'm going to have it with, I think it's Smoke, is the dark gray. I got 2 cones of that, because I'm also going to make these, I want to make oval placemats with bold colors, mix it with. So that's why I asked for 2 cones from them. So they were so generous to donate this for my patterns, and I've got quite a few other projects that I've made from KnitPicks that either I've bought or I have they have donated to me. So I'm very excited about this. That's the first one. Second one is, again, it's the Float Tote Mini from Knitty Natty in Rose Pink and Ecru. I finished that. And basically why they're called float totes, I have the insert. They make these little buckets and they hold yarn, so it's kind of like a yarn bowl, and it has a little thing to hold it. So when you're doing color work, you can put the yarns in here and they don't get mixed up. And this was 2 skein. My lilac one I made, I think I showed it last year. That one has 3 skeins in there. And then I've made little single ones for this. I've used when I'm outside. These are really good to hold the yarn so they're not going in the grass. So inside here is Knit Picks Stroll Fingerling. And it is Manatee Tonal, which is this blue. And then this one is Blue Haven. And basically the design is going to have a cable in the middle, on the side, going in the middle of the leg, and then on the outside of the leg, and that's going to go all the way down the sock. And I just love these 2 colors together. And there's so many different colors in this. It's supposed to be a tonal, but it's like a little bit variegated also. It's very beautiful. I'm enjoying knitting with this a lot, and it's very, very soft. Oh, and I have a little progress keeper from Itty Bitty Delights. And all my socks are knit on a US 1.5, I think it's 3.25 millimeter. I'm enjoying knitting with that yarn a lot. And when I asked for it, it came as a fade set. So I'm going to be able to do a shawl design as well as make a few sock patterns, maybe even a cow pattern I'll make with this yarn. I'm enjoying it immensely. Then my next sock is in my Scooby-Doo bag I made. And it is called, of course, I had to do this. It's from Desert Feaster Dye Works. It is so cute. It's called Daphne Zombody. And this was from Teal Torch Knits. I did a Halloween mini thing that she had, and it had little progress keepers, and they were all Scooby-Doo themed. You think we like Scooby-Doo? Love Scooby-Doo. Everything's Scooby-Doo in our house. So I had to get this. Daphne is my favorite. I also have the Fred colorway. I'm in debate on getting Velma because I don't like oranges, but I kind of want to make a Jinky sock. Who wouldn't want a Jinky sock? I love saying that. But this is called the Jeeper sock, and basically it's this really cute little pattern going out outside the leg, going down. It's a little bit of lace and texture, and it's mostly vanilla. The only reason this is not finished is because I basically pick this up every time I just want to knit something really that I don't have to think about it. And I'm enjoying the process of knitting this so much that I keep prolonging it. But I got to get this done because I think I'm going to release it next week. I'll show you what the finished sock looks like. And also check her out on Instagram. It's very interesting. She's showing now all these beautiful ways that she's dyeing her yarn. Basically, she takes mason jars, and each color is a different, each mason jar is a different color. And then she has it, and the way it's just so interesting the way she has it. And then she even sometimes puts some on like a little plastic piece, and she just hand dyes some of the yarn. It's fascinating, the process. I'm enjoying these posts so much. So check her out, Desert Vista Dye Works. And each skein of yarn is dyed individually to order, which I think is amazing that she goes through that for every single skein. It's, oh my gosh, that's dedication. That's all I gotta say about it, and I love it. So that is what the finished sock will look like. Wait, actually, you know what? I have this. That will be in my sock episode because it's an FO. But this one I can show you right here. Right? Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. So isn't that pretty? I love knitting this. It's such a brainless pattern that it's so simple. When you just don't want to think, you knit it. I love it. And I've been using these little bulb progress keepers. I know my leg has to have, my foot has to have 70 rows. So every 10 I put one of these down, so I know I have to have 6 of these so I can know to do the toe. Because with the Cozy Knitter, I used to know exactly how many stripes she did. But I've been knitting now in other striped yarn companies, and also I've been knitting in solids. So that's why I started doing that. The Crazy Sock Lady does it, and check out her podcast. She is so great. And I've learned so much about sock knitting from her. And weird thing is, I think I've become a sock knitter. I really do. I've been knitting a lot of socks. I haven't been knitting too many shawls recently. So that's an interesting little change of fate going on right there. I have to say that much for me. So look for that pattern next week. Then my next sock is in Stitching Plaza bag. This one I am very excited to show you because it is a sneak peek of an upcoming design that I am in collaboration with Artistic Lily and Signature Needle Arts. And I'm not really supposed to show the whole sock, so I'm going to show you just the little bit of the foot. So you see a little bit. So that's the pattern it's going to be. It's going to be called My Darling Emma. It's a Jane Austen inspired pattern. I had a lot of fun with this. It's a lot of lace and a lot of cabling, but the finished project is so worth it. It's so pretty. I'll show you one more time. And I just love the little specks of the blue and the brown in here. And the colorway that she came up with, it's called Mr. Knightley's Affection Sock Set. It's so cute. But what I really want to talk to you about is these needles. Oh my gosh, they are such a game changer. I can't get at it. Where are you? It's hiding from me. It's hiding. Okay, here we go. These, first of all, the joints right there. A lot of times on the Knitter's Pride ones, they get stuck, you know? And it drives me crazy that I always get that little, I have to pull it. I do not have to pull it on here. The joints are so seamless. They're amazing. And I love the crystal cable. Basically, a lot of times, like with the Chaigu ones, I feel like it gets twisted and they're very, very tough to move around. These are very flexible. So I've not had that problem with this set at all. But what I really love is these points. Look at that point. It's a stiletto tip. I kind of want to try the middies, but I'm so in love with these stilettos. I don't want to not buy one of these. Does that make any sense to you? I don't know. But basically, I cut my finger a lot. You can see my hands. They're horrible. I know, it's embarrassing. But when I'm doing the knee, I push a lot and they cut me. So I know I'm terrified to use the higher shops. I originally wanted to buy a set of those, but they always cut me. So I don't want to invest in a whole set. These are sharp enough to pick up the stitches perfectly with no effort, but they don't cut my hands. You know, if I already have a cut, it hurts a little bit, but not like the higher sharps or the Chaigus. They just go for the jugular and it's just like, oh my god, it hurts so bad. These don't really hurt, but that tip is amazing for lace. Sorry, my umbrella flew on the roof the other day, so I'm so scared of it doing it. In fact, it's broken because of that little excursion. Ugh. So if you see me do this, that's what's going to happen. So I'm trying not to make this go up there again. But I am enjoying these needles. They are definitely worth the investment. I'm also going to be doing a shawl in collaboration with them, so I cannot wait to use the size 5 with them to see if the tip is as sharp. I definitely want to get a whole set of these. I'm not kidding you. I am loving using them so much. It's crazy. I want to knit all my socks with these needles because I've been trying a lot of different companies lately, and so far these are definitely my favorites. And then the next one I think is the Knitter's Pride carbons. I like a lot, which is weird because I always used to use the zings. They're too blunt. The carbons are sharp like this. They're a little sharper than this. So they did. That's why they cut me too. Sorry, need a drink. This is Mighty Leaf Tropical Green Tea. It's excellent for iced teas. You can get it on Amazon. I definitely recommend this. I've been drinking it like crazy lately. Sorry, but so and this little progress keeper I made, little swan, it's kind of like Emma Wise. I love that. Also, if you're gonna watch the movie Emma, watch the BBC version, not the new one. The new one is ridiculous and highly disrespectful to Jane Austen, in my opinion. I like the actress in it a lot. I think she's wonderful. She was great in King's Gambit, but she is not Emma. No, it was. I mean, she had a nosebleed when he proposed. The only thing I did that is a redeeming quality for that movie was that they had more Knightley in it, which usually they just focus on Emma. This one they had some perspective of Knightley, and the costumes were beautiful, but the acting was atrocious. Watch the BBC version. You will not be disappointed, let me tell you. Sorry about that. So, this is My Darling Emma, which is my favorite Jane Austen novel. You know me, I love Jane Austen. And you keep a lookout for the finished pattern of that, so you can see what the whole sock looks like. It is so much fun to be knitting, especially because of those needles. I think that's probably my biggest, I just, so much joy knitting with them. I cannot wait to get another set of those. Okay, my next one is in my Farmhouse Sewing Cafe bag. It's a little candy jar. As I fell in love with this, I had to get it. I am so scared of this umbrella going. Don't go. Don't do it. Don't. Watch the whole top go flying. I wouldn't be surprised at this point with this. Problem with podcasting outside. Random wind and people mowing the lawn. I'm not kidding you. I was out here for like 2 hours waiting for my neighbor to stop mowing the lawn. But okay, I digress. So I have 2 projects in here. They're both cowls. The first one is from Mandy's Makings. It's a share a pair. Basically what she does, she takes 2 skeins of yarn, she divides it in half, so you get 4 skeins of yarn, so that 2 half ones, and you give a pair to a friend, and then you keep a pair. But this one, I kept both because I wanted to make a cowl with it. This is the afternoon tea. I fell in love with these colorways. I want to knit everything in these colorways. I even bought her mini set and her sock set in this colorway, because I loved it so much. So I'm gonna design a pair of socks with this, and then I'm gonna have the cowl, and then I'm gonna knit a striped pair of socks, and then I'm gonna hopefully have enough yarn to do a shawl with the minis. That's what my son just came in and out. That's what I'm planning on doing. So this is the butterfly garden, and you can see the little butterflies already starting. I want to see if I could figure out how to make this a little bit neater. So I might pull this out just to play with it. Because originally it was going to be 2 repeats of that on top of each other to make a butterfly, but I think I like the little butterflies a lot, and they're going to have flowers going around. I love that. And then this one, I gotta find where the finished one is. I don't know where you are. It's hiding from me. Yes, it is. Oh, there it is. It fell. That's what happened. This is my rose garden cowl. There's going to be 3 different versions of this. So this is the 4-colored version. It is with Sweet Tea Yarns and Turkish Delight and Alma. And then Beehive Yarns in her Berry Crumble mini set. So these 2 are from that. Originally I was going to have 5 minis in here, but it got to be a little too big because of the fade. And I think this is a good size for a cowl. And then also the other colors, they went too well with the Turkish Delight, so you didn't see them. So that's how Alma got in here. And I just love the colors. But then part of me also wanted to just have a single one. So there will be instructions to do a single mini with a main color. So it'd be like that, and then just have the lace over here. And then my 3rd version is going to be an Advent one. So it's not going to have the fade going, and it's going to be like a slip stitch to get the colors mixed. And that's the lace I have already there. I think it's Sweet Sparrow Yarns Flora is this colorway. I haven't really done anything on it. Tomorrow I'm going to work on that, I think, during Scrappy Sunday. Which, if you don't know what Scrappy Sunday is, basically a day that on Sundays you just knit scrappy projects. And I've been doing that a lot lately. And that segues to my next project. It's in another float tote I've crocheted. This is my ginormous one that I've actually made the size myself. And, oh, let me show you the colors. This is Premier Home Water Lilies, and then Sugars and Cream Hot Purple. Now this blanket, it's holding 3 blankets in there, by the way. That's how big this basket is. Or tote, I guess you call it. But this is my Habitation Throw from Curious Handmade. And the yarn is Clark and Ellie, her Year of Minis. So this is the winter set that I bought. And I'm almost done with the spring set. I think it starts here, the spring. So then I've got a couple more to do. Then I start the decreases. And I got the summer and the fall. The fall one is glorious. Oh my god, I love it. I kind of wish I would have bought 2 sets so I could have done a shawl just in those colors. They were so pretty. And I'm not really into browns or anything, but this one was really nice. I can't wait to show you those colors. But I was like debating on making it stop here and start decreasing earlier because I don't really like some of the summer ones. They were kind of bright neon yellow. I'm not a fan of that. So I don't know. I've been going back. So that's why I haven't gone further, because I keep playing with colors. I'm insane, I know. I can't just take a thing in a bag and just throw it in. I have to make sure everything I like with the project. I don't know why I'm like that. My next one is a blanket from Annie's Crochet Club. Basically every month they send me 3 skeins of yarn and you do 3 stripes. That's the bottom. I'm behind beyond belief. I think it's my third month, and I'm already messed up. I think I've got 3 more months already. But the first one came out perfect. The second one, until I got to this part, now it's bigger. So I'm thinking of ripping out these 3 to get it to maybe crochet it tighter. Because for some reason I feel like it got a little bit bigger. It's like, look, I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know. I'm in debate on that. That's why this has been a stand hold. But the yarn's in here. I don't know what to do with it. We will find out. I have a feeling I'm going to rip out. I keep measuring it like it's going to change magically. And then if you pull it, it's fine. But then I'm like, well, eventually the middle part's going to start going too big then. And then you can't keep pulling the bottom. So I don't know. My next project is in my Bridgerton bag from Lila Styles Me. Love the show. Watch it. It's so good. And her bags are all fandom bags. They're great. I even got Vampire Diaries. And it's impossible to find Vampire Diaries. So I got so excited about that. This is Knit Picks Twill in Rosewater Heather. Sorry. It's a little messy. I fell in love with this colorway. I've been wanting to knit Like a Cloud from Joji Locatelli for about 2 or 3 years. I've been saying I'm going to do it. I could never find a yarn I liked. I found this in January. I got so excited. And they had a big sale, and I bought so many different sweater quantities. So you're going to see a lot of sweaters made out of Knit Picks because I went crazy in July. But, oh, this color. And I got this far with it. Again, this is another one of those, it's going to take me forever to do because it's a brainless knit that just when I'm really bored and I don't want to think, I pick it up. And I don't know, the process of knitting, I'm enjoying it so much. Oh, and I'm using my Knit Picks Majestic Wood. I'm back to my wood needles. I found out if you get a nail file and you go like that a little bit and then you buff it, it comes out perfect. Because I know a lot of them from using them so much, they were getting scratchy. So I've been doing that and I'm loving working with them again. My next project, I'm not sure who this bag is, but it's so cute. Ravenclaw. Is Knit Picks in Anchor's Cardigan, my size. Let me see who the name of the person is that is the designer for that one. I don't know. Petite Knit. I saw the Crazy Sock Lady. Yeah, I'm like obsessed with her. Sorry about that. She's my favorite podcaster. But I saw her knit this in the same color. Not the same yarn, but the same color. And I just had to knit it. What I love about this one is that the ribbing goes down the front. So you don't have to think about picking up the stitches later. That's what I hate. You're done with the sweater and then you got to do the pick up the stitches for the collar. This one, you don't have to do that. In fact, if I designed a sweater, which I'm playing with the idea of doing one, I kind of want to do that just so you don't have to pick up those stitches. It's a nightmare having to do that at the end. But I like it's like a ribbing all over. And then the part I'm at right now is stockinette. And this one is Paragon Sport Weight Kiani. It's funny. I knit another sweater in this colorway. I did not realize it. It was the Ginny Weasley sweater. I had no idea. And all of a sudden I'm looking, I'm like, why does it look like the same color? And it was. I'm obsessed with this green, apparently. I'm gonna knit everything in this color green. That's when I need something green, I always pick it up. I'm bad. Oh, and you know what else I forgot to tell you? For the habitation throw, I'm using a Loft lace weight mohair in the white colorway. So I'm holding it double to make it extra fluffy because I got a rocking chair in my bedroom and that's going to go on there. And I just want, it's very cold in my bedroom. So I thought that'd be nice. And it also kind of melts the colors together by having the white mohair with it. All right. So the next project is a design by me. Fun in the Sun tote. I gotta give this out to testers. I unfortunately ran out of yarn for the peach. The colorway is peach from Premier Home, Ecru, and country yellow from Sugar and Cream. Why do I keep forgetting their names? I don't know. But I wanted to design my own tote because I keep making totes. And I got tired of making the same thing over and over again. So now I got my own pattern. And I'm gonna make one with Knit Picks Dishy soon. That's going to be nice and lightweight, though. This is very heavy, but it's so pretty. I love these colors. I'm into the yellow all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on. I've always been a mauve girl, and lately I'm really gravitating towards this like pastel-y yellow. I love it. It's so pretty. Fortunately, I ran out of the yarn, so now I have to wait to use it. Like that much I have left. And I did accidentally increase, I guess when I changed yarns, I thought it was a stitch, and I kept increasing. So in the pattern, it's right. In this, it's not. So that might be why I ran out of yarn. I don't know. It kind of stinks if you have to get another 2 skeins just to do that. But you can use the yarn for other things. I definitely want to try making a smaller version of this too. So I have the 2 different sizes in the pattern. So that's going to be next. And for my last project I have over here, I finished it. It's my carnival. It was the original pattern was one I put out. It's called the Carnival Baby Blanket. It is with Plymouth Yarns, Plymouth Yarns, what is it called? Plymouth Yarns Hot Cakes, the Neon Mix. My friend Katie gifted to me when my son Justin was born. So it went up to here, the baby blanket went there. And then you did a simple bind off. I wanted to go the other level to make this for an adult. So 9 skeins later, it is a ginormous square with an I-cord bind off. I am going to update the pattern to include directions on what to do to make it into adult size. My kids fight over this blanket, including my husband. It's sick how much they are fighting over this. I'm going to have to get another set of hot cakes to make another blanket because it's insane. They fight every night. They fight over this blanket. Who's going to get to use it? And I made it big enough so the kids and I could snuggle under, which we do, but then my husband wants it too. I did not make it big enough to hold 4 people. So it's kind of funny. And I did not expect them to be that obsessed. I don't know if they like it, the neons or what, but they are obsessed with this blanket. And it's very warm. I have to say that about the yarn. So if you want a nice blanket yarn to get, try that yarn. It's Plymouth Hotcakes. Who knew? Okay, and I'm going to say that's it. That was a lot. Thank you so much for sitting through this. It was, hopefully my next podcast will be a lot shorter. I'm trying to make them less long, but we will see. And hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Remember, the next 2 episodes, it's going to be all the socks I've knitted. And the one after that is going to be all the shawls I've knitted. So have a happy weekend. Bye, everyone.